and this toy spot is brought to you by the letter M. Today we'll be having a look at Transformers Universe 2.0 25th Anniversary Starscream. If you had already seen my Henkai review of Starscream, I just wanted to touch quick base on this guy here. It won't be as complex as the Henkai Starscream because, hey, I mean, you've already seen the transformation. How many times do you have to see it? So anyways, here we have the packaging. We have got Starscream up in the top left-hand corner. And if we flip this guy over here, we've also got a nice picture of Starscream, his jet mode along the bottom here, his tech specs, and of course his bios. One thing I would like to say is Hasbro Hasbro, last Classics, when they originally had the original Classics line, 2.0, they gave us a international card for Canada. What they've now done, and I'm surprised they didn't do this earlier, was that they've released a American packaging. The only thing they've done is they've included now English. You've also got your French, and you've also got your Spanish. That way they can use the same card for both Canada as well as the US. Hasbro, if you're listening, for the love of God, man, please do this with the G.I. Joes. I will be doing the G.I. Joes later on, but my biggest gripe with the 25th anniversary G.I. Joe is the fact that you don't give us the file cards on the back and you give us the international packaging. If you follow suit with this guy, as you will with the G.I. Joes, please give us international packaging. Please. But there we have the packaging on Starscream. What we'll do is we'll take a break and we'll open up the toy and show off Starscream. And here's Classics 2.0 Starscream. Like I said, this will be a quick video because I've already done a more in-depth video with the Henkai Starscream. But I just want to give you guys a quick comparison between the two. As you'll see, actually, we'll do it right now. We'll move this Starscream aside and we'll bring in Henkai Starscream. They kept it. I wish I had the original classic Starscream out because I'd want to show you the difference of the wings. The sticker or the stripe detail was more on an angle, whereas the Henkai as well as the classic Starscream have both got the stripes along the edge of the wing, which is accurate to the show. They've also included Decepticon symbols on the wings as well. The only difference is that the Henkai put the sticker on the nose cone as well, whereas the Classics 2.0 did not. They've just left that off. But pretty similar in design. I mean, like I said, this one's a lot brighter, a lot whiter. The blue is a little richer as well on the Classics 2.0 Starscream. If we just have a look on the underside here, this is probably where you'll notice the bigger difference is that the Classics 2.0 has a lot brighter red. It almost seems too bright, I think, if it's trying to be like the cartoon. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. The one thing they omitted from the Henkai version is they don't actually have the blue application on the leg area here. But other than that, it's very similar. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to get the Henkai now that you can get a much cheaper alternative. Put those guys down here. Just quickly, we want to show you the missiles here. Like I touched base on the Henkai Starscream, I'm not a big fan of the fact they put the chrome on the missile launcher here. If you just compare that to the Classics 2.0 Starscream, they've gone, like I said, much more G1 accurate, and then they've lost, they haven't put the chrome on here. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take a break. I'm not going to do the transformation on camera, but I'll transform 2.0 Starscream here, and then we'll compare the two with, we'll compare him with Henkai. And here's Transformers Classics 2.0 Starscream, and comparing it to the Henkai Starscream. Like I said with the jet modes, the Starscream in robot mode also has a much darker off-white versus the much whiter classic Starscream. As well, you'll notice the big difference between the missile launchers here as well. Also the blue in the legs, which I touched base on earlier as well. If we have a look at the heads are very similar. In fact, I would almost say that the color scheme for both of them is exactly the same. They haven't really done anything different with this head that they did with the Classics 2.0. But yeah, I mean, of course it's missing the darker gray in the fan turbines here. And then of course the Henkai has the yellow up at the top here, whereas the Classics 2.0 doesn't. But there's your comparison on the two. Like I said, before the 2.0 came out, I'd say this guy was your best bet. You'd pay a little bit more for him. Now that this guy is out, much cheaper and a safer bet, I think, to go with the new Classics 2.0 Starscream. But there you have. There's a comparison of Classics 2.0 Starscream and Henkai Starscream, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.